fit because look at all this other work that we've done.
Right. Well, let me just give you a number that's mind blowing. So we increased our annual contract value by 67 times by doing this simple process. What problem do we actually solve?
Yeah.
And then what's the value of solving that problem? So we were selling this other product that we were hoping it kind of met a need. The truth is it didn't. There wasn't a real problem that we were solving. And so they weren't paying great money to solve it, and therefore they weren't renewing. And so we rethought all that and said, okay, what are we really good at that solves a real need? And we realized we are really good at creating talent, and there is a desperate need for that.
Yeah.
And people are willing to pay a lot of money to solve that problem because it's a very painful problem. So you need to go through that process. And like I said, now we can sell products that are 67 times more expensive.
Well, it's painful, right? So there's an emotional aspect to it, and that gets people moving in the right direction, but there's a business case for it too. Because if they can't find the talent locally, they have to bring it in from other countries, right?
And they know they have to do this.
Yeah, that costs relocating people. That costs paying lawyers to do all the paperwork to bring in, migrant workers, and with India, China, wherever they're from, right? Yep. That costs money, and in a lot of cases, you pay that money for your chance in the lottery, right? Exactly. And sometimes you don't get the labor that you paid all the money for.
I know. And then you have the problem is your system slow down because you have to onboard people in different time zones and with different understandings of the product. And it actually slows the whole thing down. And the real risk then is that you don't innovate in time and then you go out of business, right? So this is the beauty is we realize we solve a real problem for executives because they understand how dangerous this is to lose the talent war. And so it's just neat when you are able to realize your mission. The reason I started Treehouse is to change people's lives by giving them education and technology, right? But the reason why this changed their life is because a company is saying, I want to create talent and I'm going to fund the creation of that talent. So actually the company is paying now.
Yeah.
The individual doesn't even have to pay.
Yeah.
So it meets the whole reason I started the business.
Yeah.
It solves a big problem. It has a high ACV, and people are genuinely excited to buy, and I think anyone selling that there's passion that they have for their product, they can find these things. It just takes time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, sales is not a matter of wheeling and dealing and twisting people's arm to buying things. It's a matter of finding win-win scenarios and then educating all the parties involved as to how that can work most successfully, right?
Yep.
And that's what sales and marketing is. That's what commerce should be all day, every day.
Right.
It isn't always, but that's the way